Hi, Assalamualaikum. So in this video, we will continue where we left off in part 1 video. So dalam video ni kita just explain the example of the investment in sukuk ataupun cara soalan, cara menjawab questions investment ni lah. First thing first, kita hari tu stop here. So on the journal entries of investment in sukuk, this is like how the journal entries in terms atau when the companies invest in sukuk. The first journal entries is when we want to record the startup invest capital ataupun cost in the sukuk tu. So means that one is on the investment in sukuk transaction lah. So when we first involve or when we first invest in sukuk, kita akan buka account baru which kita akan debitkan investment in securities. Securities means here the sukuk itself lah. And then because at that time kita keluarkan duit because kita belilah probably macam dia punya term tu kita beli that sukuk. So bila kita beli that sukuk, duit kita keluar. Bila duit keluar, kita kreditkan bank. Kita tak kreditkan cash sebab by that time sukuk is not something that we pay in cash. It's something that we pay by check. So when we pay by check, it's involved with our bank's account. So that's why kita credit bank here. And that one is investment in sukuk transaction. As for disposals of sukuk upon maturity, kan when kita beli sukuk, kita ada maturity date dia. Means masa mula-mula beli sukuk bond tu, ada let's say dia bagi 3 tahun maturity date. So now kita nak dispose this sukuk in our books account. So when we trying to dispose the sukuk, kita like macam jual balik the bond tu. So when we sell it back, kita akan dapat duit. So kita debitkan our bank account here, right? And then because kita dah tak ada dah this sukuk account in our book, so that's why kita kena creditkan the investment in securities account back. That one on the disposals of sukuk. And then let's say lah di sukuk mestilah dia akan provide atau generate profit, isn't it? So macam during the maturity periods tu, kita akan dapat profit setiap tahun tu, kan? So this is how like you record the profit setiap tahun yang kita dapat tu. And because kita dapat the profit, kita dapat probably in check as well, kan? So debit bank, kita credit profit and loss. Dia sama macam tutorial mudarabah yang kita buat hari tu, right? So this is like the basic journal entries for investment in sukuk. Kalau korang tengok, dia punya journal entry for sukuk and journal entry in shares, dia lebih kurang sama. Perbezaannya hanyalah jenis transaction and dia punya gain. Macam tadi sukuk just simple profit yang kita akan dapat. But as for this one, because shares ni kan something yang tak nyata. Kita beli shares means shares tu tak nyata lah. Kita means kiranya benda tu kita beli terus kita dapat the like ownership 70% contohnya of the company's asset and liability. Dia macam benda tu macam intangible asset lah. So benda tu tak nyata. So benda tu juga something yang kita tak uruskan sendiri. Kita just buat that shares, but the shares tu won't be even managed by us. So the profit ataupun the shares will be managed by the companies yang own the shares tu lah. Kita ni hanyalah the investors, isn't it? So this is the list of transaction that might occur in the investment in shares ni. The first thing first, kita buat, mestilah kita bring investment in the shares. Kita baru mula nak beli shares tu. So bila kita baru nak mula beli shares, of course duit kita keluar, kreditkan bank. and kita baru nak buka that like account in terms of the investment in share. So kita buka account dia, kita debit investment in securities, in bracket shares ke, I am not sure, dia macam depends on you juga. Macam to note that this is for share, untuk sukuk tadi is for sukuk sebab benda account dia sama kan. And then macam saya cakap, kita akan dapat gain atau profit, but it is not called profit, it's called as unrealized gain. So this like maybe from transaction yang we gain the unrealized gain in companies B shares. Maybe sebab kita beli shares in companies B, so dia dapat unrealized gain lah. So when kita dapat gain from the shares tu, kita kena tambahkan this gain in the investment in securities kita tadi tu. Right? Dia bukan macam mudarabah. Mudarabah kalau dapat profit, dia terus dapat cash. Right? Sama macam sukuk. Kalau dapat profit, terus dapat duit nyata. Sebab kita ada sukuk kan is like like paper, right? So the paper tu nyata kan. Macam shares, dia benda tak nyata. So when we dapat gain pun atau profit yang hanya akan involve with the accounts. It's not like terus dapat cash or bank lah kiranya. Kan? So unrealized gain tu akan ditambahkan dekat dalam investment in securities. Dan korang jangan confuse pula, kita memang the company memang akan dapat the investment in securities. As for like dia punya orang yang invest in the company, I mean like the board of directors ke or whatsoever, memang akan dapat dividend, but that one in terms of the like personal account punya book, baru kita akan record debit dividend ke atau debit cash ke. But as for this one in terms of the companies itself. So the companies tu dapat the gain and kita debitkan atau tambahkan balik dengan dalam account investment kita lah. And then creditkan SOPL. If you guys like suddenly lah dekat time exam, korang tak ingat account apa yang SOPL ni, is it unrealized gain or is it apa-apa ke kan, takut macam to be safe you just put it as SOPL, SOCI. Okay, that one is to macam record the gain or the profit of the shares. Now kita nak transfer this investment ataupun this unrealized gain to reserve, sebab probably because after kita dapat the profit, kita want to put that profit or want to recognize this profit as reserve, something that kita gain tapi kita tak use it. So that one we put it as reserve for future use lah. So when we want to like recognize this unrealized gain as reserve, kita debitkan SOCI, means kita put our unrealized gain in SOCI. Sebab tadi kita realize unrealized gain, kita put the gain in SOCI credit side kan. But now kita nak transfer to reserve, kita debitkan dia. And kita creditkan investment fair value reserve. Sebab yalah benda ni kan OE. So kalau OE, kalau you guys like refer to my formula, so OE, when OE is increasing, they will put it under credit side. That's why when we are trying to transfer new amount to reserve account, so OE or reserve account now meningkat. That's why kita creditkan dia. That is like the simple terms. But if you tak faham, yang tak dapat apa maksud saya yang secara teori ni, you guys can just hafal je dia punya journal entry, tak kisah. And then this, kita masuk dia punya example. This ada dua example. Satu company A tu involved in shares and another one dia involved in sukuk. So this is like the information, the important information that you need to know and probably will be given to you masa dalam final nanti. So ini information ni akan digunakan when you are trying to prepare your journals lah, yang tadi tu kan. So this is like the information. Let's say company A tu, Islamic Bank A, dia invest in company A in terms of ordinary share. Kan shares ada two types of shares, satu preference share, satu ordinary share. So now Islamic Bank A ni dia invest in A, B, C companies, ordinary shares lah, dua-dua sama, tiga-tiga sama ordinary shares. So now dia bagi acquisition date dia ada 1st February, 20 May, 1st January. Types of shares. Ini kita dah ada belajar macam dekat dalam first video. Types of shares ni ada 3. Satu held for trading, means the shares is for selling and buying. Means it is not yet being sold. So dia macam masih dekat kita, dia helps kan. So it's still dekat kita, but it is like for sell and for someone to buy it from us. Kalau available for sales means it is the shares tu is not held by us, dia adalah terus untuk dijual. Dia bukan dipegang untuk tunggu new buyer to buy our shares lah. But as for available for sales ni, dia beli terus dah ada orang beli. Macam tu. Dia beli shares tu, pasal ada buyer baru terus beli kita punya shares. That is the difference lah. Kalau held to maturity means you hold that shares, but until it's reached maturity period, baru that shares kita boleh jual. So dia kita just hold for personal use lah. Okay, then dia kata untuk company A punya shares dia beli at RM2 masa bila beli. Company B dia beli time RM15. Company C RM1. So this is the quantity of shares yang dia bought. And then this is the market shares at the end of the maturity period. So masa mula-mula beli RM2, masa akhir maturity period of that share RM1.50. So 15, 18, RM1, RM2. Okay, that one on shares. Now on suku. Suku pun kata Bank A dia pergi beli suku ataupun beli suku in company D, company E and government E. Dan the types of suku kan ada banyak kan. Ada mudarabah suku, istisna suku and ijarah suku. So this sama macam kat atas ni tadi, dia bagi tahu acquisition date dia bila, and then types dia. Okay. Kalau tengok kat sini, types dia semua sama. Held to maturity, holds to maturity, holds to maturity. Means the suku tu akan di hold until lah dia punya dates of the maturity ends. So this is the acquisition price, and then this is the units price, and then cakap this is the maturity date. So as you can see, dia ada bagi acquisition date and the maturity date. So make sure you guys just this is the important information that you need to know when you are trying to calculate the profit gain nanti. Dia kena start from the acquisition date sampai the maturity dates tu, baru boleh kira berapa profit yang dia dapat nanti. Okay, samalah semua dia bagi. Okay, and then you are required to prepare journal entry to recognize the above investment in security for both shares and sukuk according to IOV FAR618, and the profit realized on 30 June 2009 for sukuk invested in company E is RM10 per shares. Mean company E ni, dia kata company E punya sukuk ni berjaya dijual at the end of the maturity date tadi, and the price of that suku at that time is RM10, dia cakap. Inilah maksud dia tu. And then you are required to prepare investment in fair value reserve account, and then this dia punya pre-agreed ratio. Cakap Islamic Bank A has agreed on 30 June 2009, 30% of the balance of the investment in fair value reserve account will be distributed according to the following profit sharing ratio 80-20% between shareholders and the depositors. So this is like nanti korang akan kira apa tu, dia punya profit yang akan dapat between the shareholders and the depositors tu nanti. Alright. First, kena prepare journals dulu kan. Part A question is you are required to prepare journals for shares and sukuk tadi. So awak boleh buat satu-satu lah. The first journal is shares in company A punya. So macam company A shares tadi, the first thing yang awak kena buat dan masa awak dapat soalan untuk prepare journal. So awak dah hafal dah tadi kan, dia punya basic journal entries ada 3 tadi. The first thing awak kena masukkan the duit investment yang you provide in the company A, which is this one. 1/2 tu is the acquisition date. Awak boleh dapat dia dekat sini. Here, acquisition date 1 Februari 2006. So you just put it there, put it here. And then debit investment in securities account. Berapa? Ambil ni, this one harga shares dia masa dia mula-mula beli and times with the units of the shares 700k. When you times, you will get like 1 million and 4k here. Sebab kita baru mula invest, kita keluarkan duit by that time kan. So creditkan cash account 1 million and 4. So this is like the first transaction to record shares, investment in shares. Kalau tengok balik tables of journals entry yang basic yang kita dah belajar tadi, kita dah record yang investment in securities. And then now kita kena record dia punya unrealized gain or losses, isn't it? So yang unrealized gain and also macam kita nak record the reserve tu, transfer dia punya gain to reserve tu, kita kena record dia at the end of the accounting period. Now based on this question, dia punya accounting period dia end at 30 June tadi. So mula kita record dululah yang unrealized gain tu. But as for companies A shares ni, dia tak dapat gain, dia dapat losses. Okay, sebab macam mana nak tahu dia dapat losses? Tengok the price. Tengok from RM2 to RM1.50. There's like a decrease in quoted price ataupun share price dekat situ. So bila ada decrease, kita tahu dia ada losses. So how like you want to calculate the losses? Ambil dia punya quoted share price yang baru times with the quantity, 700,000 tadi kan quantity dia. Bila dah times, dapat RM350. So RM350,000 ni is the loss. So when you dapat loss, you kena tolakkan this loss with the investment in securities account. Kalau korang ingat balik journal entries tadi, kalau dapat gain kita debitkan, right, here. But kalau dapat loss, kita tolakkan je lah dengan investment account kita tu. So 350. And kita debitkan dia dalam kita punya soft PL or soft C as the unrealized loss. Macam saya cakap, kalau tak nak letak unrealized loss, if you just put profit and loss account pun better. So macam depends on the question juga. Then settle untuk nak record dia punya unrealized gain, and then kita can transfer this unrealized gain to reserve account. But this is unrealized loss. So how like you want to transfer this unrealized loss? Of course kita kontrakan balik je lah. Kalau gain kita creditkan investment fair reserve account kan. Kalau loss kita debitkan je macam ni. Debit investment fair value reserve account 350,000. Creditkan profit or loss account ataupun appropriations account. So this is like the basic ataupun the how you want to record journal entries of shares in the book. Okay, follow je dia punya basic journal entry yang tadi kita dah belajar tu. Oops. Next, benda sama kita buat untuk company B juga. First step, Date tu make sure betul, sebab the date ataupun the acquisition date tu dia dah bagi dah dekat dalam soalan. So make sure you put and you macam record, tulis the date tu betul-betul lah, jangan salah. So macam share B tadi, dia mula-mula beli this company's B shares on like 20 Mei 2008. So sama, step sama, investment, unrealized gain or loss, and then transfer to the fair value. Okay, untuk ni awak tahu juga macam mana mula-mula nak record the investment, masa mula-mula beli the shares, credit cash sebab duit keluar. So this is like how you calculate dia punya 15 million ni lah. Ambil dia punya share price RM15 times with 1 million shares quantity. Here 15 times 1 million unit, you will get their punya investment accounts amount. Settle. And then this one, dia punya unrealized gain. Macam mana saya dapat tahu dia dapat gain? Based on dia punya new price at the end of the maturity period. Macam ni, at the end of the maturity period, dia punya share price is RM18. As you can see, there is like an increase in share price kat sini, right? From RM15 to RM18. That's why ada peningkatan. Bila meningkat, means kita dapat gain lah. So bila gain, so you just like record unrealized gain like macam biasa. Debit kan, kalau dapat gain kita tambah. Kalau dapat loss, kita tolakkan dia punya investment. So bila tambah, kita debit. Debit kan, investment in securities account 3 million when you times. This one is 3. Macam mana dapat 3? Kita ambil nilai share price yang baru, which is RM18 tadi kan, minus with RM15, kita just nak dapat berapa gain from the increase of share price tadi. Kita bukan nak tahu berapa RM18 punya shares punya total. Kita just nak tahu berapa kita dapat. So kita kena tolak lah. Kita need the difference between this new price and the old price. So RM3 ni akan dapat from RM18 tolak RM15. Right. So dapat 3 million. And because dia dapat gain kan, so tambah investment, creditkan profit or loss account as unrealized gain. Bila dah the second step settle, the next step kita can transfer to kita punya reserve account lah, which is here. Bila kita nak mula-mula add our reserve account, kita creditkan dia punya investment fair value reserve account. Jangan salah, sebab ingat fair value reserve account is kita punya honest equity. So that's why bila saya cakap tambah, dia bukan debit. Okay, dia macam kontra sikit. Bila kata tambah OE account, kita kena creditkan dia. So macam follow dia punya, kita punya like formula yang saya bagi awak tu, yang ini. Right? OE plus L plus R. So now reserve ni is OE. So OE part, bila dia kena tambah kan, sepatutnya kita dapat gain kan. Gain kan kena tambah OE tu, atau tambah investment fair value reserve ni. So bila dia meningkat, kita kena creditkan dia. Ni yang jangan salah faham tu. So bila loss, kita debitkan dia. Saya tulis macam ni, loss. Ini profit or gain. Profit or gain sama lah ya. This one is just for reserve account. Jangan pula salah faham nanti pula. Okay, 3 million. Settle for company B. Kita kat company, 3 company. Next it's company C. Sama. The method sama. First kita record the investment in securities account, which to record the first pay yang kita beli. Masa mula-mula kita beli the shares of company C. Tengok according to the acquisition date, must be like betul. And then because this is company C shares pun kita dapat gain daripada, kita tengok dia punya old price is RM1. Kita dapat, ataupun the new share price is RM2. There is an increase in share price there by RM1, isn't it? Like ada increase RM2 tolak RM1, ada increase in RM1. So RM1 ni is kita punya gain. Same goes to like yang tadi ni, 18 tolak 15 ni tadi. 3 ringgit, I mean 3 ringgit tu is kita punya gain. Sama macam nak kira loss juga. Ni kan, 2 ringgit tolak RM1.50, you akan dapat RM1.50 loss. This is loss. So dia punya to record the total loss or the total gain kita dapat is the amount ataupun the difference of share price tu tadi. Kita kena cari the difference of share price tu dulu, baru kita boleh kira the totals atau darabkan dengan quantity of shares kita tu lah. Right. Then ni dah tadi kita dah tahu dia punya difference between the new share price with the old share price is 1 ringgit. So times with the quantity of the shares, 500k we'll get here sebab dia dapat gain kan. So tambah investment in securities account, tambah dan. And then kita nak transfer this gain to reserve macam saya cakap tadi. Reserve account when they are increasing, kita akan kreditkan dia 500k sama. Dan untuk shares dulu baru kita nak record sukuk pula. Sukuk pun ada 3 steps to record, isn't it? Satu, to record the new investment in securities account, means masa kita mula-mula beli the sukuk. Then kita kena record the disposals of sukuk. But kita disposals ni depending on the types of sukuk juga kan. Ataupun bila dah reach maturity date, kita kena record these disposals of sukuk. And then ada to record the recognitions of the profit. Kan? Ada 3 juga. Sama macam shares. Kalau kita tengok macam sukuk sama. The first thing tadi saya cakap nak record investment in securities account kan. So this is the acquisition date. Make sure this date pun kena betul. Cara dia nak kira total investment pun sama macam shares tadi. Ambil total price of sukuk times with the quantity of sukuk. Macam sini RM20 times 1.5 million. When you times, you will get 30 millions. Okay, nak tengok tak? Macam ni kita tengok based on the question. See kat sini, company D, right? Harga dia beli RM20. RM20 times with 1.5 million. Then you will get the totals investment amount or figure right here. And then after that, kita sukuk company D ni, dia dah reach maturity. Nampak tengok dia reach maturity. Kita kena buat, kita tutup account, okay, tengok sini. January 2010. 1st January 2010. Kita kena tutup account, I mean dia punya journal yang kita kena buat tadi is on January 2009, betul tak? Mana? Ni. Journal tadi dia suruh buat 30 Jun 2009. So, dia punya maturity date tu dah reach at 1st January 2010. So, kita just record je lah. Sebab like another one day je kan. Kita record sini. 1st January 2010. So, dah reach maturity date. Bila dah reach maturity date, means this macam dah include on the disposals of sukuk at maturity punya journal entry. Okay. So, bila dia dah reach maturity, dapat cash. Means kita jual that sukuk lah. So, kita dapat cash or bank. Sama dia teresai 30 million. And then kita buang balik ataupun kita return off the investment in securities account in our book 30 million. And then untuk companies E sukuk, kenapa companies D sukuk saya tak record the recognitions of profit? Sebab dalam soalan dia tak mention yang companies D ni ada dapat profit. Melainkan macam company E. Company E tadi dia cakap dia dapat profit yang ni. Based on the question This one dia cakap profit realized on 30 June 2009 for sukuk invested in company E is RM10 per share. Means untuk company E punya sukuk dia dapat profit, which time tu dia punya sukuk price at RM10. That's why company D dia tak mention, so kita tak payahlah nak record dia punya profit. Kita just record for companies E. Alright. First thing first, kita record sama juga at the at the acquisition date, kita record the investment in securities account. Ambil dia punya price of the right sukuk and times with the quantity of sukuk 1 million, dapat dia punya total. And then sebab kita kena record at the end of 30 Jun, betul tak, 2009. Dan dia dah reach maturity date dah. Okay, so kita jual juga di sukuk cash, debit cash, credit investment in securities. And then macam saya cakap, kita kena record dia punya profit. So this is like how you want to record the profit. Dia punya debit cash sama, credit profit and loss account, but dia punya figures here, dia cakap gain from held to maturity sukuk will be distributed to equity holders and depositors depending on the Islamic bank policy, but it must be transparent. So maksudnya sebab sukuk ni tadi, types of sukuk dia is held to maturity sukuk. So memang dia akan distribute dia punya profit at the end of the maturity period lah kan. So ni betul lah kita buat tadi, 30 Jun 2009 is at the end of the maturity period. That's why kita kena record dia punya profit of the sukuk. So like how you want to record the punya profit, sama macam shares tadi, harga. Okay, now kita move to government A sukuk pula. Government A sukuk pun sama je step dia. This is the acquisition date. This is like how you want record debit investment in securities account. Ambil dia punya price of the sukuk times with the quantity of the sukuk, 500k, settle. But as for this government A sukuk, dia tak matured lagi, so kita tak payah record dia punya disposals of the sukuk as well as the recognitions of the profit. Sebab apa? Sebab these types of sukuk punya types is held to maturity. Kalau in terms of profit tak akan direcord selagi tak habis maturity date, betul tak? So untuk government A ni, dia punya maturity date dia is on bulan tahun 2020 di sini. So dia macam not matured yet lah kan. So that's why kita just record dia punya investment in securities account sahaja. Itu sahaja. Nah, itu baru A. Ini part B and C, which part B tadi dia suruh prepare investment fair value reserve account. This is like how you how you prepare the fair value reserve account. Kan kita dah buat journal tadi, right? Dalam journal tadi kita ada record transfer of gain to fair value reserve, betul tak? So ambil lah figure-figure yang dalam journal ni. Contoh macam ni, credit investment fair value reserve 500,000 di sini. This is for like company C shares. So dia belah kredit kan. So kalau nak buka account reserve account tu, kita kena masukkan dia belah kredit di sini. Company C shares 500,000. Sama macam benda lain juga. So ini tadi company A, kita dapat losses kan. Losses kita debitkan reserve. That's why RM350. And untuk B ni tadi kita dapat B kita dapat gain 3 million. So kita creditkan dia. And make sure don't forget to put the balance PD of reserve account. Dia ada bagi balance, opening balance of reserve account 2,400,500 ni dekat dalam ni. Dalam soalan di sini. Di sini. See? Dia bagi investment in fair value reserve account on 1st of July 2008 was 2,400,500,000. So just put the balance BD here. On credit side, sebab apa saya cakap on credit? Sebab reserve account ni is kita punya honest equity. So honest equity balance is on credit side. So that's why we put the balance PD on credit side here. Okay, when you plus here 2 million, 3 million and 500 million, you will get 5 million here minus with 350,000. When you minus, you akan dapat the reserve amount ataupun the reserve account, the total reserve account. Tapi ni kan, ni dia punya calculation. 15900 tolak 35000 is when 15900 ni is this one minus yang ini times with 30%. Kenapa 30%? Tadi based on the question, dia cakap Islamic Bank A tu hanya recognize, agreed 30% of the balance of the investment fair value reserve. Balance dia tadi tu, yang 590,500 tu, bila you minus with 350 tu, that one is the balance of the reserve. And dia hanya ambil 30% of that balance saja. Then that 30% tu akan didistribute to 80% to 20% of the shareholders and depositors. So this is like how you calculate that question lah, and how like you answering that question. This is how you do that. Okay, dia cakap the balance of the reserve, right? Yang paling tinggi is on credit side here, minus dengan yang paling rendah. Masa kita mula-mula buka account, P&L account and balance CD account ni tak ada, kosong. Right, so ada ini paling banyak lah, credit side ni paling banyak. So tambah, tolak dengan yang debit side yang paling sikit tu, you will get the balance amount of the reserve. When you get that, sebab based on the credits, based on the question tadi, 30% of the balance tu is 1665150. This should be put under P&L account here. Ni salah type. This is typo. This one should be 166. There you go. Saya dah edit. Saya dah tukar dia nombor. Tadi ada correction. Yang P&L account yang stars ni supposedly kan 1,600,000 plus. So saya dah tukar. And then because of we need the balance CD of the reserve account ni. So buat macam biasalah, ambil the total amount of the account 5900 tadi, tolak 350 and tolak with 1,600,000 ni, you will get the balance CD amount which is 3,885,000. Saya dah tukar dia kat sini. Saya harap korang tukarkan jugalah so that korang tak confused and tak tanya saya mana dapat amount ni kan. Jangan salah, okay? So it should be like this lah. And sebab dia suruh determine the shares kan, soalan C tu kan, dia suruh juga kira the share of profit of the shareholders and depositors too. So now dia dah bagi dia punya percentage of each for the shareholders and depositors. Ambil je the total amount yang tadi 1 million tu, you times with the percentage accordingly. So now dia tahulah ni adalah shareholders punya profit, ini adalah depositors punya profit. That's all.